Peggy 12.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here live at Gamescom 2016, day 2, and we're coming at you hard. We're coming at you strong. I'm sitting here with Future Man.
What's
How
up,
you doing,
John?
man?
I'm good.
You just came in today.
Dude,
you just flew in.
I made it
wings.
in.
Woo, you flew in,
That's
man.
right.
And you're holding up.
You guys held it down yesterday.
We did, but
the time machine,
we're happy you're here to hold it down with us now, and we're holding it down with the boys from Kalypso.
Hey.
How y'all doing, man?
All fine.
You're all fine?
We're having a great show.
Don't freeze up on me. I'm feeling good, man. We're going to be up here for a while. We're going to be talking about, was it Urban Empire, right?
Urban Empire, yeah.
Urban Empire, okay. Yeah. What is Urban Empire? Because I was thinking of like Urban Outfitters, Urban Legends, all these things that you could be in the urban world.
I will pass that over to Jussi since he's the lead game designer for the game.
All right.
So he will tell you about the vision and what we're hopefully achieving till the release till January.
There we go.
Hopefully achieving in the game. I want to know, what are we hopefully achieving?
It's the Finnish and Nordic kind of humbleness.
Sure.
Not overachieving.
Right.
Okay.
But with the Urban Empire, we have taken the city builder genre and added a political layer on top of it. So unlike in the regular city builders, you're not a god. Like you can't do, as long as you have money, you can't do everything. But you need to make sure that the decisions that you want to take place in the city, they also get approved. So you need to deal with the different political parties, each having their own vision how the city should be. So you need to be an actual leader.
So this is like taking elements from a grand strategy game and putting them into a city building
concept.
That's cool, man. Well, let's take a look at it. Let's just jump right into it so we can take a seat and see what's up with this.
Okay, so basically, it also tells the story of the modern world in the sense that the game starts in 1820.
Okay.
And we play all the way to 2020. And we see how the political decision making also changes. So at the early stage, you choose a dynasty that aims to rule the city for those 200 years. And you're nominated by the emperor to start building a new city. So early stage, you can overrule the other parties and kind of disregard some of their suggestions. But as time goes on, you will need to win the elections. You can't then disregard the parties anymore, and it will get gradually more difficult.
It's that democracy thing.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So wait, you have to win elections and stuff.
You got to make the people happy,
that?
man, right?
Well, basically, making sure that the political parties that you like, that they're bigger.
Stay in power?
To stay in power, so the different parties, they always vote, they choose the mayor. So you may want to push through things, but it will come with the consequences that if you anger them, they won't be voting you in the next election. So
it's amazing whenever grand strategy games, because I see the elements of all that now.
Yeah.
You guys have to think about everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you also have the ability to understand like the markets and stuff? Like
yes.
What?
Sure. Basically, you also need to make sure that the citizens are happy.
Okay.
Because they have basically 6 needs that they need covered. And how happy the different social classes in the game are, they will vote for different parties.
Okay.
And the happier the citizens are, also the economy is doing better. But in order to make them happy, you need to build services for them. And to fund that, you need to raise taxes, but that raising taxes hurts the economy. So trying to balance out that when is a good time to try to get some extra cash, when is a good time to increase the funding of certain elements, and when is the good time to push through edicts and laws.
So what are we looking at here? We're looking at the dynasties, right?
Yeah.
Different family crests.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So we have in the game 4 different dynasties. We have the von Filzens, which is more conservative dynasty. The conservative parties in the game will
I don't think I could be that one.
Yeah.
I already know right away I wouldn't be the conservative
With a
one.
very Prussian name.
Yeah. I'd want to be. Which is the party one? What is the conservative fun one?
The conservative fun one. I don't know if there is such a dynasty. Isn't the conservative a bit opposite to?
Yeah, I know. I was being weird.
Yeah. But anyways, then we have the science family. The Saint Elias believes that by focusing on future, we can solve the problems of today the best. So they get bonus for brain power creation, so they unlock stuff faster than the other families and so forth. Then we have the Kilcannons, who are the heroes of the underdogs. They are the civil rights activists, human rights activists, women's rights activists, and so forth. Always depending on the era that the
So
player
these
plays.
guys would make a happy world.
Yeah,
We're not
exactly.
going with that one.
They're
Yeah.
good
That's not
guys.
happening. No, that's a fantasy.
Yeah.
That'll never happen.
Yeah. And then we have the Shuskis, which still has some issues, so
Okay.
it's not playable yet.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But they are basically the patron of arts family. So if you choose that, it's like asking how would the world be if it was ruled by people who love arts and culture and
Yeah.
are ready to put money into it.
I like
That's probably
that.
the one
That
I would
sounds
have
pretty
gone
cool,
with.
actually. Yeah.
So which one are you feeling?
The last one.
No, I know you're
Easily,
feeling,
yeah.
but that one's not open.
The one
All
that's
right,
Which
the
locked.
one that's open.
The
Heroes,
future. The
man.
Heroes
Of
one?
course,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
The future. The good guys, man.
Okay, so let's choose the.
So you want to go with a world that's going to be full of peace and happiness?
Let's go for that.
Okay,
Let's,
he's
strange,
okay.
strange vision.
It's a
That's what
strange
I'm-
vision.
Yeah.
We've
That's
been
what the-
around
that's
for
why
a
there's a
long
game.
time. Okay, yeah, okay. Oh, that's right. In a video game, we
Yeah.
can make that happen. Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Whoa.
He's like,
Sorry,
"Can't
that was
take it back."
crazy. That was crazy.
Effectiveness, you know.
So here we can see that the world is the game is divided to 5 different eras. So we start with the Industrial Revolution, with the basic start of the urbanization. The second era is national awakening. Then the ideas of that should the imaginary country where the game takes place, should it become independent, and the nationalistic parties rise up.
Sure.
And the second era ends with the First World War, and the third era is the very turbulent 20s or the golden 20s, and then the very turbulent 30s, the mid-war war era, with the very extreme ideologies rising up also in the city. After that, you continue for the Cold War era. So it's not only the capitalistic world versus the communistic world, but also the birth of youth culture. Youth start to matter
hippies
for
and all
me.
that other stuff.
Exactly.
He looks like a hippie.
Yeah.
All right, we got
Yeah.
that.
Bold hippie.
Yeah. And then the last era is basically the modern days, the globalization, digitalization, the fragmentation of values. So it's people find like-minded people easier via internet and so forth.
That's
So-
incredible how you guys have thought about all of this. You don't really think about
I like
it.
how it's like blending kind of the reality of those eras with also you're playing a game and you're going to shape the world as you play it as well. So it's kind of got a cool
and
blend.
It's more than just like a progression of time. What type of parties are there? What brings up? What is big? And which party should you influence more? That changes with the eras as well as the needs of the citizens. So as the time goes on, you need to take the citizens' changing needs also into consideration.
So you can't just get content. You can't
I
just be like,
guess.
oh, I'm fine. Nope,
Yeah.
things are going to change in you.
I want to be around for the roaring 20s. I don't want to be around for the 30s. The 20s were a good
Just go out
time.
in
But
the
people were
20s,
like
yeah.
dancing all night. And then the 30s happened and people were not so
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Okay, then,
Now what is this?
next we choose the map. There will be 3 different maps available. Compared to the city builders, this choice is a little less important because
Okay.
we don't have any oil or coal or like familiar elements in the map that city builders have. It basically influences what type of shape the city can be and how much space there is, and affects the visuals of the city. Mostly,
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Just how things look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I guess we're
You're
going
going to be
right
looking
into
at it the whole
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
That's an important choice.
Yeah.
Well, how many hours is it to get it right? Or what is...
Well,
so many different outcomes can happen. What do you...
Yeah.
Like,
We're aiming for 15 hours.
Okay.
So it might be that if you don't pause the game that much, might be a bit faster, but
Yeah.
15 hours should be the average session for one game.
wow, okay. It's a Twitch haven. So everybody here is like,
There we
I have
go.
a dream that everyone can stream from any device.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the future is just going to be, we're trying to get everything to stream. Okay, let's do it.
I like
Okay.
that.
Shall we start?
Let's do it. Let's start.
Okay, we start with the tutorial beginning, more the city building stuff. I hope we proceed as fast as we can in that hour. You will see slices of the politics
Yeah.
and things, but the real political fights will be in later eras, and unfortunately we don't have the
We can't play 5 hours to get
Right.
And I don't
that
want to
far,
miss a
but-
word you're saying. I want to hear. I'm on
Okay.
the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Okay. There you
Okay.
go.
So basically, the tutorial first teaches you to move the camera and so forth. But what is important difference between a mayor and a demigod that's usually in the city builders is that as a mayor, you're not supposed to deal with minor issues like putting a certain water pipe somewhere.
Yeah,
or
what's up
dragging
with that? You're
yeah.
the man. What
Exactly.
do you need to
So
do
you
that
don't
for?
do that.
Not the big decisions only.
Yeah.
So it starts already with the fact that we create entire districts at a time. So you just click the button, you draw an area, then you can add the shape, you right click and add corners, and it will auto create the road layout there. And then you can change how the road layout, how dense the grid will be, and so forth.
My cities always look so
Janky.
I've got like
and
the
all over
idea in
place.
my mind,
Yeah.
and then I see other people's cities and they're like perfectly
My
laid
cities
out.
don't-
I'm
they're-
just like, that's why I'm doing this in the game, man.
Dude, my cities don't last long, man. I don't
They,
go far. Dude.
just
They
tear each other
dude,
apart.
once they get pissed off, I can never fix
You're like,
it.
calm down.
Yeah, I can't get them to calm down. The
They riot.
garbage, the rioting, electricity stops, the water stops. It's just out of control.
Yeah, now I want to pinpoint that we in the district creation we already jumped to the last bit, adding services. So as we play the game, we can choose how the different zoning goes, how much industrial space, how much residential space, how much commercial space there is, and also we get to add infrastructure and so forth. But that's as you develop the city, you research inventions, then there will be a lot more tools to shape the city. And what Helge just did, he placed the most important place, which is the city hall, because that's where the political layer takes place.
That makes sense.
It's a bit like a palace in the civilization. That it creates the basic services for the citizens, so they don't run out of screaming that there's no services in the city. So
Start with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, as you progress your city, state, like, do these, like the first city hall, do you have to like keep it from falling apart? Do you have to like do upgrades to it?
Not to the city hall.
Oh, okay.
For the other institutions, you can upgrade.
Okay.
And for the municipal services, schools and libraries and such, those you can influence by adding extra funding and so forth. So they become a bit more powerful and so forth. So now, since the Emperor gave it the first district, we don't have the parliament yet or the city hall yet, so it was used with the private funding. Now the tutorial waits until first people have moved in, so that the background logics can start rolling up. So we wait for a couple of months, and then we get the next step.
Oh,
we
people
already
are just
see
so
that.
happy. Look, it's
Yeah.
happening, man.
Yeah.
Twitch Haven.
Yeah, Twitch Haven.
Yo, this new town.
I heard that there's fresh.
You hear that city
They're
hall?
streaming in that mine over there. Oh God.
And basically, even more often than creating new districts, you go back to the old ones and you modify them. You add more services or add more buildings there or infrastructure. When you learn out that, okay, these people are missing this kind of stuff, and then you have maybe invented extra stuff. So here you can see basic information already with the first settlers. There is 217 people. They are spread into 5 different social classes. Some have already found jobs, 73% of them, and so forth.
That sounds good.
Yeah, there is a lot of more information, but I think at the early stage you don't really need to care about that. But when you have like 5 districts, that's the stuff that you want to be looking, so you can optimize the city and see what the citizens actually need.
Okay.
And now we have unblocked also a school, which provides one of the key six services for the people. So I would want to pinpoint the top of the screen that there is the different services that the citizens need in order to be happy. And the happier the citizens are, the better the businesses are doing, as well as they vote for different parties based on what's wrong with their lives. So we have social life. They need to have also security services, good physical environment so it's not completely polluted, health services, personal growth, as well as places to have fun.
I started laughing because I started thinking, what's wrong with their lives? I was like, is there a therapist?
Yeah.
I don't think you can fix what's wrong with mine. I need help.
In third era, there will be therapists.
What?
There we go. He's got you covered.
Got it. Oh, man.
He's got you.
Yeah. Okay, school system is also
That looks good.
a bit more important.
Right.
Lots of green.
When it's a green, uplifting thing,
That looks really
has to be
good.
good.
Yeah,
What if
it-
that's like really bad?
It showed that now the citizens are getting personal growth services from that school. But it also provides brain power, one of the key resources there. So let's have a look what we can do with the brain power. So this is our glorified tech tree, basically. I'd say it's better than tech tree. It's a progress cloud.
Oh.
So everything new that you can build, add, rule in the city, you unlock via the progress cloud. So you can have extra gameplay elements, like from the Bessemer process, you can unlock so that you can choose the density, how densely built the districts are, as well as how the industrial zoning and the commercial zoning and so forth are. But at the same time, you also unlock different types of building, like with the thermodynamics, you get to have fire station, institution called railroad station and port, which provide the services for all the people, not just within the range that we saw with the school, that there were 2 service ranges where it reaches.
Okay.
As well as we get to unlock new businesses. The citizens don't just get those services from you, the player, but also from companies operating in the city. So if we research, for example, this thermodynamics, then clothing stores can start appearing in the city, which provides social life services for the citizens. So they can go there and get their services also from the companies.
In the very beginning here, it's in era 1, it's just a few things to research, or it's not like research, it's like supporting and bring it to your city, because not the city is not researching things, you know, it's not like in a God game that you are inventing everything. In the later areas, it's a bit more. For example, in the second era, it's more,
Oh, whoa.
even more, even more.
Yeah. So these are basically all either buildings, infrastructure. Some are boosters, some are edicts, like can the shops be open on Sundays or not?
Everything should be open on Sunday.
There it is.
Everything.
The internet,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, the internet should be open all the time too.
Yeah.
Maybe not on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I think it's
No.
super cool to be making a game where we can have the internet as well as sexual revolution and
Video
the
games
Bessemer
as
process
well.
at the same
It
game.
all
So
comes
it's
together.
from
Yeah.
very different edges.
yeah.
It's I'd say
Future
it's
stuff
super
here.
cool stuff to
That's
take
super
on
cool.
there.
Yeah, digital distribution, social media,
Yeah.
fair trade. I thought it said the fair. It's like, oh, you guys have the fair.
Bringing it back.
I think we're bringing it back. Deep fried corn dogs
Yeah,
in the fair. So that's
giant
all we're
turkey
gonna-
legs.
Giant turkey legs.
Yeah.
Can we have those?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
now where are we going? What are we doing
So
now?
do we choose thermodynamics here, or is that
Yeah.
what we went with?
Yeah.
I think
So we're now, as game goes on, 6 research point always goes to the thermodynamics, and we see that it requires 400 research points. So in a couple of years, we will unlock this idea, and we get to build the stuff that thermodynamics brings.
For every family crest that you pick, like, does it matter what you go? Is there a different strategy for each different type of
The progress cloud stays the same for all the families. You do get certain bonuses, like the science family would be more better at earning the research points. So
That makes
you
sense.
could you could play differently because you know that you're covered with the brain power. So.
Okay.
Play to your family's
Yeah,
strengths.
yeah.
There's a lot of time that's popping up the question, is there any difficulty level or whatsoever? It always depends on how you play, what family fits best for you. And you
Yeah.
have complete different experience with all families because they have their own stories, they have their own events, but usually we'll
Yeah.
proceed with that when we see it in the game. So go back to city view.
Okay. So this city screen is the only place where time goes on. When you're in the progress cloud, the game is paused, and you will be spending a lot of time also in the city council, because this is the place where the political decision making takes
This is
place.
where it
People
all
just
goes
yell at
down.
each other.
Yeah.
you
They're not wearing any wigs.
Yeah. So basically, you can do a lot of the same stuff as in city builders, adjusting taxes, increasing or decreasing funding, but also pushing through edicts. And that whenever you're trying to do something, there will be votes about it, and then you need to scheme with the parties, try to appeal them. If one party hates you, you may try to find some dirt on them.
Can
and
you
black
put
them.
everybody in jail? Can you make a police state?
Oh, but you can,
Can you do that?
You can spy on them and
Yeah.
you can
Oh,
dig
okay.
up
That's not
shit in
bad.
their family and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what we want to
Yeah.
do, man. Yeah,
you
we want to
can
dig it
behave
up.
like this.
Yeah.
When it comes to election, this can save your
Your campaign.
yeah.
Yeah, you can say you can say ass. It's no big deal.
I'm sorry.
We all
Okay,
have
is it
them.
okay? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah, but-
no, it's all right.
Okay,
It's
that's
all right.
cool.
You
Even
can
more?
say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we do the
the
taxing first.
big thing about the political parties is that there will be all throughout the game. There will be 15 different parties. So the starting 3 aren't the only parties that take place in the game. And the AI behind the parties, they are kind of like NPCs for the player. How they behave is based on that political compass that we see on the screen. So usually the left-wing parties are happier to have high taxation and more funding for the services.
Yeah.
Right-wing parties are the opposite. They would usually tend to suggest that, hey, let's cut the tax rate and decrease funding. If the party is conservative, they usually support everything that tries to get back into the old ways. And liberals naturally are happy to try out new stuff and bring new ways to the city.
Okay.
And the goodwill, how much the party likes you, that also influences that maybe they would otherwise be against you, against the decision, but because they like you, they move a bit forward that, okay, I guess we can vote in
There's
favor.
so much going on. Future Man.
I'm wondering if there's like an old-fashioned duel.
Oh, you can slap somebody.
Just
you boom, and then you go outside and then you shoot at each other.
In the DLC.
I wonder if there's any rave parties in this whole party
I
thing.
mean, maybe.
Maybe.
Now we see that we're slightly in the minus, losing 5,000 each month.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh, that was
it's
a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
I think I lose that much on my rent in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So per month.
That's
Pretty
steep,
much.
steep pricing.
Yeah.
Back then, that's the whole. That was their whole like monthly earning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with since we're losing money, it's a good idea to raise funding, and we see that as we make changes or plan the change for taxation, the parties change their opinion. Like if you increase it too much, the right-wing parties will be totally against it. They will move into the red area, and if you decrease the taxation, then it changes the other way around.
I like how it shows you with that graph too, like gives you a general idea of, okay, when you change this will be the effect of that change.
Yeah.
So we're raising the taxes? Is that what just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't know. That whole tax thing made a lot of people upset.
We'll see.
We'll see what's going on.
That's what the saying is, that the state can only do what the state can do best is tax people. So we need to do that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so this shows the summary how the different parties form their opinion at the start, but we can go onward and see any time when the vote is in progress, we can come back into this view, and it shows that where the different parties stand, as well as that 7 council members out of the 61 there have already decided that they're going to be against it.
Yeah.
And 12 have decided that, yeah, we're running
That's
in
a
red.
good
so
idea.
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
All right, so you
But-
got 42 to swing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 42 are undecided, so they are
Can
the
you just pay
easiest to
them
influence.
off? Yeah, you just pay them off, right?
Pay them off, or you can plead, demand, threaten, or
Okay.
later on also indeed blackmail if
Oh,
you want.
look.
So-
Whoa, you
Threaten.
can blackmail them into voting for you.
Yeah.
Man, I'm learning so much. I feel like
This
I
is
should get
cool.
like a college credit for this hour that we're spending up here.
Yeah. So
Is this guy right? Is that one you have to swing? I don't know.
You got to plead with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're playing the
In the beginning, I would
good
plead.
guys, right? That the family of the heroes.
Come
So
on,
I don't
man.
think we're gonna get
Good
right into
guys.
threat.
Come
We
on.
can't. You saw what family we picked. John.
Then it's gonna get into the 60s, right? 60s and 70s. We're gonna go to Woodstock eventually, and you saw what kind of mess that
1820
created.
right now.
I want to get to
You're already
Woodstock.
thinking about
I'm already
Woodstock.
thinking about the party, man.
we will get there
Do we-
eventually,
we
but
get
it will be tomorrow. If we play the whole
Okay.
evening,
Yeah.
then tomorrow we're in the 60s.
We finally get into the
Yeah.
60s.
Yeah.
We get to the Beatles, we get to the Monkees, we
Yeah.
get all the good music.
That would be good.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
But we have Beethoven here already in the 90s.
We got Beethoven here. All right, go. Okay, all right.
Classic.
We got Beethoven, we got Mozart, we got the classics. Okay, fine. These guys are gone.
Okay, sorry, just wanted to
I mean, like, a very classical sense back then.
Yeah.
plead, demand, threaten.
Yeah.
What?
What do I want to blackmail everybody into voting?
All right, you choose.
But you can't yet.
Let's do it.
You
No,
need to-
that's not the
We need
right
to
thing.
research.
He picked a good side.
No, I chose last time.
No, don't put that on me, because 42 is already the great number. It's the answer to life. It's Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Little White Mice created that number. So look, I don't want to be bad. Teach me good.
All right,
What
I'll
do
be
I
a good
do?
influence
Teach me
on
how
you.
to be good.
We gotta plead with these people. We gotta say, come on, listen.
Yeah.
It's for the best of the city here.
All right, so
you
we're
might
shaking
be pissed. Look at that.
Offer dinner.
Often when you do actions in the game, it pops up dynamic events where you can then fine-tune how do you want to complete them.
Oh, cool.
And
I want to plead him with a $100 bill in my hand. Please, let's just do this.
So pretty much like that.
Dinner,
The dinner.
What would
party,
you do? 'Cause you're
or
a good
express your
guy.
wish in a council meeting, or explain the importance. I think you say, listen, come over. I'll cook you a nice
dinner.
meal.
Oh, well,
you have a couple drinks
okay,
going.
let's just see.
And,
All right, we're gonna go with the dinner.
Families meet up, you know.
We're gonna do the dinner.
Okay.
It worked. So you.
Boom!
But how many
Yes!
you win? That wasn't all of them. That was like 2 of them. And you lost
It's a
one.
beginning.
It basically moved the party's opinion 2 steps towards the we approve.
So is that good?
That's good, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I
I
think
thought I overreacted for a second when you started tearing it down.
I
And
don't
then
know what I'm looking at. What's the -1?
The -1 is that some of the party members weren't that happy that you tried to influence them, so you lost a bit of that goodwill.
they didn't like my cooking,
Why are they
man.
in politics
They didn't like
then?
my cooking.
They didn't like your cooking.
You know, come
you
on.
made some meatloaf.
I burned it a little bit.
I know it was a little bad. They had
Yeah.
pizza back then, right? You made some pizza, or at least you tried the
I
first
tried
time. It was
to.
the first pizza ever made. It wasn't so good.
But that was overall, that was good, okay?
Yeah.
So progress.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Now,
think that was like a snail progress.
the decisions need some time before
Oh, they need time. Okay.
the city
gotta
council is
ease.
now working
It's a lot of
on
dinners.
making plans that
That's right.
how are we going to collect those extra taxes and so forth. So we need to let the time pass and them do their work. We can go back, appeal more if we want.
It's a process.
But it's also a good place to check out all the intricate details. These start to matter more when you have more districts. Then you can compare that. Where are the happy citizens? Where have they moved? What should I do to make the students happier? At the moment, we see that no students have yet moved into the city, but
There's no
hopefully-
there's no students.
No students.
city.
Yeah, new city. It's still only 217 people. It's super early in the game. It will be thousands and thousands of
Okay.
people. So
Okay. So
So-
shall we go through these ones, or shall we?
let's come back to this a bit later.
Okay.
But,
Good.
now we can see the city grow a bit more. We see that the modified taxes progress goes a bit forward. So it's a couple of more months, and then the city council is ready to make their decision. And at the same time, also more citizens are moving in.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we see that
Dude, that was a good dinner.
That was
Moved
good.
up. 27 people now are part of this. There's lots of thumbs
Well,
up.
I think
Yeah.
they saw the effects
Of the
of
meatloaf.
raising the tax.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They
That's
saw the
what actually
positive
happened.
thing. Oh, it wasn't
So,
actually.
right?
Yes.
yeah.
And so we raised the tax. The city is looking good. So it's, we've got some votes going our way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they're indeed ready to begin voting. If we want still to influence that the parties would approve, we can still make last-minute speeches and so forth. But I think it's gonna go through because 27
Look at
already
that.
decided that's almost half already there. So I
But
think
if
we
it
can,
came down to like a super close one, you would want to
yes, definitely
get right
yes.
in there. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So now the votes
They're
are
like,
being
yay!
counted.
And they're
Yeah,
like,
so-
nay, yay,
Yeah.
nay.
Whatever you guys are voting for,
Vote
passed.
passed.
Yeah. So now
People are
the
super happy.
tax rate is different in the city, and we go back to the city screen. We see how the city starts accumulating more money. Look at that one.
Boom.
So it
We're in the
increases.
positive
Money.
right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally in the green.
Yeah.
Ding, ding,
What,
ding,
oh,
ding,
that
ding,
dude's
ding, ding.
that dude's pissed.
Shall we check the house?
Was there one person that
Yeah, it was like he's like, I don't know about that. I don't care.
So
There's
basically,
always one hater out
Absolutely.
so
That might
basically
be me.
we can also get to know the city better as it evolves in front of your eyes. So you can see how happy certain people living in individual buildings, how happy they are. You can
cool.
check out how happy certain how well certain companies are doing and so forth.
All right.
Can
And
you make any adjustments to that, or is that just for your own knowledge to know?
You see
That's
the
a-
effects
Yeah.
of what you're doing. You also see what parties they are supporting. For example, here you see nationalists 30% only in that building. So you can check all this data for every building. Later for the industry, you can check out how effective they are and so on and so on.
so Other thing than just building extra services is also that we can increase the funding, make the existing ones more effective. At the moment, we basically have only grammar school existing in the city, but let's see what the effects there would be. So if we decide to increase, we see that there would be more jobs in the grammar school. We see that the middle one shows that the quality of the grammar school increases, meaning that they provide more services, better education,
okay.
And also the personal growth. They start delivering that in larger amounts. And we can try to increase more.
Increase more because the smarter the people, the better choices everyone makes, right? Is that a workout that way too in the video game?
It is
kind of. Okay. I mean, all right.
But the main point is that if we increase, add a couple of more steps, we see how the political parties, their opinion changes. So it's impossible to get this one through. But later on towards the game, you probably want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
This looks reasonable, right?
Yeah.
It is also very important when you decide at the beginning that you build smaller cities, just like 2 or 3 districts, and they have the influence radius from the school or whatsoever. You can say, okay, I just need like 1 school and I improve it to get more brain power. Maybe if you have a larger city, you need to have them in other places. Then you go maybe for more schools with less funding. Yeah. So you have to decide how to do that and find a good way to get the best out of it.
That's getting touchy there.
I don't know which one I would do. I don't know. Probably 1 school.
North Miami Beach, we have the best school. That's where I went to school, but it wasn't the best school. I went to a school that didn't have the good funding. Which school? Did you go to a school that had good funding?
We had pretty good funding.
Okay, so I'm jealous, man. That's a hard choice.
We didn't have the beach, though.
Yeah, we had a beach. We had a beach.
You win some, you lose some.
We lost a lot. We only had a beach, man. You can't eat a beach.
You can't?
No, you can't eat sand.
So now Helge suggested that we increase the funding for the grammar school.
Back to that number.
Another vote takes place. They start planning how many, who would they hire and so forth. So they need time to process and how is this funding increase going to take place, if it's going to take place. And the same stuff. Now, if we had angered, for example, the Liberal Party, they would be even more diehard against spending more money.
Okay.
So the goodwill takes place there as well.
Shall I plead them?
If you want. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
You plead.
What's going on?
Because most citizens agree with this, or I really want to fix this issue. Is it a me thing, or is it the people?
Oh, well, I don't know. You're the one that got us here, so you're just driving this shit, man. I'm just hanging out.
I think if you're speaking on behalf of the people, you say, listen.
Most citizens agree with
but
this. How do you know?
I don't know if they do.
Well, I mean, he looked
Can
at
we
the
just
house.
say that, though? Sometimes,
of course.
as politicians,
on,
sometimes
man.
just say shit.
Just say it.
Right?
Just say it.
Yeah, the citizens agree with this, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, look at that. Boom. They got,
that work?
calmed down some people. No, man, you
don't really know
if that's
how did the game know that? The game knew.
It's magic.
We definitely didn't know that. But some of the counters seemed to just believe me. Boom.
So we walked around the city. We were looking at the houses and the people, and we're like,
you're the hero of the underdog.
What's going
Feels
on. I
like
feel
that
like it's
they-
right. This is an internal thing. Look
As
how
a
happy
leader-
everybody is. Look at that. Boom.
You.
Is it nighttime? What is going on?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
This is also a good time to check out one of the companies, maybe. That how is the happiness of the people influencing the economy? Because here we see, for example, can you mouse over? It's a textile company.
So they make text. So that's where texts come from.
From text
messages, right?
The text messages come from that. That's crazy.
Miami Beach High School is just shaking their head.
Okay, so they make textiles. All right.
So there is basically the two of the rightmost variables there, quality and efficiency. They are based on the happiness of the workers in that company. All companies have at least one middle class job, and that those working on those middle class jobs, how happy they are, the better the quality, and quality decides how many sales that company can make. And all the companies also have at least one working class job, and how happy those workers are, the other variable, the efficiency is placed, and that dictates what's the maximum amount of sales it can do. So you need both to make both working class and middle class happy, so that the economy is booming. And the higher the taxation, the more companies need to make sales. But then, if you provide services for the citizens, then the economy is still doing good.
Okay.
So it's a balancing act between like businesses and the happiness of the citizens,
Sure.
and the political parties as well.
Everything is a balancing act in
Yeah.
this game.
Yeah, there's a lot of balancing, I can tell you.
Yeah.
I have really bad balance.
Yeah.
How do you figure out balance in this? Like, there's so much going on in this. Forget the balancing act of our
that's why-
choices, the choices that you guys had to build the back-end infrastructure to create this game. What kind of
Crazy.
That's why we approach the first era as a tutorial era. It's a lot easier than the coming eras, and the difficulty level gradually increases.
Okay.
Also, the other political parties, they know how to fix things as well. They're not stupid. There is an AI working there as well. So if you're screwing things up, the parties will try to suggest that, hey, can we fix it this way? And then by the time you reach third era, when you actually need to win the elections, the emperor's nomination is no longer enough, then hopefully you already get the basics of or how the things are interconnected in the game. So there's several hours of time to learn
just how to play this.
Just how to play this.
And then if you get voted out, is it over?
Yes.
You
you lose when you get voted out.
Yes.
So you could be hours in if you're not doing the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're not completely cruel developers. We do have an autosave after each election that you win. So if you lose an election, there is an option that do you want to go back 6 years, so that then
Okay. Maybe make
fix
a
the issues
difference.
and
Hopefully
then
that's
Back
enough
in
time to fix
time.
it.
Change
Okay.
the future, dude.
Yeah. So let's see how the funding change vote takes place. Looks pretty safe.
Should work.
What is happening here?
It was a
Okay.
close one.
Yeah.
Still want it though.
Still won it
Yeah.
though.
It's for the
Hey,
people. It's
victory's
for
a
the
victory.
good of the people.
Yeah. So it went through, and now if we look at the money, it decreased a bit again. Hopefully it will bounce back as the companies are doing slightly better, but not instantly at least. The third layer for the politics is the state laws. If we now go to the statistics or city data, state laws are bigger than edicts. Edicts are more like town-based stuff that as I said, should the shops be closed on Sundays and so forth. But we also have civil rights, labor law, children's rights, women's rights, and so forth. And when these are suggested for the parliament, larger than the city, you can either support or oppose. And whenever you then appeal, if you oppose and you appeal, then it will lower the opinion instead of moving the parties towards yes. And why would you want to push through these laws is that they increase the amount of brain power you have. So the more progressive society you create, the faster you unlock new stuff from the Progress Cloud. There is another good thing about pushing through the laws is that you get temporary happiness boost to some of the wheel of life values, the fun and social life and so forth. But the downside is that at the same time, it permanently increases the demand for those services, because the more rights people have, they tend to get used to it, and then they demand more, so it becomes more difficult to keep the citizens happy. So at times you may have to work against your own personal morale and oppose something because you know that in the long run it's going to be difficult. The city is already in dire straits. Can we afford to have these rights that the children shouldn't work in mines? Is that really something that we want to do?
I would have kept it going. Yeah, that's cheap labor.
Yeah,
Keep going, man.
Yeah.
See, that's not the right family crest, though. This family crest would have been like, hey, we should never have had kids in there. Whoops. And I'm like, I want to be like, put more factories in there. Raise the taxes all the way up. I want to make sure my house is huge. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, and then soon we will have the thermodynamics. So
Let me
we
fast
can see
forward
that,
a little.
Just like in City Builders, I think there are times when you're waiting for extra tools to appear, particularly with the Progress Cloud. So that's why we try to make the city as lively as possible. That there are stuff happening. You can on the waiting
learn
time.
something. Okay.
It's a bit quiet. Hopefully the audience on the internet hear it better.
They can also hear thermodynamics. That means that they learned how to make a Snuggie, right?
That's it, yeah.
Is that what that means? Keep it warm? Or heat?
That's right, it's a big train right there.
Oh, it's a train.
That's why they have pictures too.
There's not a picture of a heating pad. Okay.
That comes later down the line.
All right.
Later down.
I can't wait till we get to that time
Dude,
where we're
this
like,
is still only the 18.
oh, jeez, man.
Okay, let's invent something else. Maybe the Bessemer process, as that gives us more tools to make the different districts very different. So that unlocks pretty awesome tools.
Look at that thing.
That does look cool.
Yeah. And now from the previous step, we unlocked institutions, and they work slightly different than municipal services. Like we have now port and railroad. Let's add one of them, maybe port. I don't know.
Which one shall we go for?
Let's go for what do we got? That says port will increase happiness. What was the railroad increase?
Yeah.
What is?
It's fun and personal growth.
Fun and personal growth.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Let's get a little fun and personal growth going. Let's get the railroad station. Let's do that.
Oh my! That
Look at
thing's
that
huge.
thing. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Some of the basically these two.
that's going to put in a lot of work, right? A lot of people are going to find jobs there. Oh.
Yeah. These two institutions have preset location. Most you can place wherever you want. So the difference between the institutions and the municipal services are that all the citizens get these effects. So they may look like they bring less to the people, but they don't have service range. It's auto bonus for every citizen. So that makes them more powerful than the municipal services.
Okay.
And at the same time, these are also that as time goes forward, you get to upgrade them, and then they become better as well.
Now, is that a permanent decision, or could you also make a port later?
Yeah, you can make a port later as well.
Okay.
So they're unlocked, and as long as you have money, then you can start.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now we have an event popping up, which is ask your opinion that what's your stance on one of the state laws, the labor unions. Should they be legalized or not?
I'm going to leave this one to you.
Wait.
John.
To have a union?
Yeah.
That's a big choice.
That is a huge choice.
Unions were a big deal and they worked then.
Yeah, they did.
Can I make my own contract where it's like, we can have unions then, but if we don't want them anymore, we can get rid of them?
Unfortunately, with state laws, you can't go back. So once it has been,
You gotta give them a union, man. They were nasty people back. They were making people work. You want a union? Yeah, it's better. It's okay. It's okay. You gotta have it. Yeah, back then especially.
Yeah.
Support that. We'll support that.
So basically, that starts indeed a state law process. Those take longer to push through, and they're more difficult to push through also. So,
and we had a choice to not have unions. That's chaos.
That's a big one.
That's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Man. That's a bad thing. Can you imagine the big corporations like, you've only been working for 3 months. You asked for a day off?
No.
We can't do that. No way. You gotta
Docking
work.
your pay.
You have to work for at least 6 months before you get a weekend.
Can
you imagine that? Yeah, we're talking your pay.
Yeah.
Every day you take off is a month that we're not gonna pay you.
Yeah. So the newspaper always appears when there is something important taking place. Either indeed the state law processes start, or if there has been election and the spread of the council seats have changed, or if, for example, the global economy turns into recession. So we have the 1928 global recession.
That was
for
a
example.
bad time.
Yeah.
That was a rough time.
Is that
gave rise for
stuff?
also the
What does that
extreme
say?
ideas.
That's just.
You're trying to get to the fine print.
Oh my God!
He's on his knees.
You did not see that.
Yeah, I hope you didn't see that. And I wanted to click, and then you started crawling to the screen.
Oh my God! That's supposed to be blurred in the eventual stuff. So you do get the basic idea of the news, what is going on in the world.
Yeah.
But those parts, please, audience in the internet, don't pay attention to that.
Don't worry about it, man. That's not real newspaper stuff.
Yeah.
It just looked like made up words. And I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. It looks good.
I mean, they did a great job.
You know?
Yeah.
I can't really hear the audio on the actual
it sounds
game.
like
but is there
no.
like the actual? Can you hear?
There should be. I can't hear anything either. There is like a background music, like the basic sounds of how
Of
the
the
different
city.
the cities and
Cool.
what district you're looking. If it's an industrial, there is a like machine works sounds and so forth.
That's
So
awesome.
Kind of
I was like, when I'm playing the
You're
game.
surrounded by a giant machine shooting smoke. You're on a floor with like 200,000 people. What do you think you're gonna hear? You're hearing what you're. I'm happy you can hear me.
I'm imagining it.
You hear this
And
right
I
now.
know.
What you think you hear?
I would hear like a little lute or something like that, a little lute or a fiddle, and like just like the townsfolk.
So in the courthouse, you hear like, oh, that's
Yeah, I want to. That's very
well,
immersive.
that's what you hear. Just
you know?
play it in your mind.
Yeah. So this one, look at this.
Yeah, everyone supports. Basically,
That was a
railroad
great
is
idea.
a great idea.
It's a
You have
great idea.
money for it. It's good to connect
Let's
the
do it,
city
man.
for the rest
But-
of the world. So yeah.
Can you go against a great idea? But like, I really don't think that great idea is what I want to go with. Here.
They'll be so mad.
That would be so cool, though.
For certain stuff you can, but if you actually suggested that, hey, let's build a railroad, you can't change opinion
Can't
on
change
that.
your mind after that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to
yeah.
Can't
fall for it.
flip-flop.
So of course, if it fails, then you don't have to suggest
Boy,
it again.
wait till they get to 2016,
Yeah.
where those promises be like, I just don't know anymore. But you suggested
did I say
it.
that?
I said
Did I
that.
say
Where's
that?
the video of it? Here it is. Here's 19 videos of you saying that 30
Yeah.
different times.
No, I can't do that. Cool.
Yeah.
I like how it's got the point of view. There's like the podium right in front of you down there. It's pretty cool.
And as time progresses, some of the details here changes. The clothing of the council members change. You get mobile phones on the desk and
Awesome.
stuff like that. So it will live with the city.
With the time.
As
Okay.
time
Yeah, with the time.
passes.
Get that out.
Oh,
I know, man. Have you been holding that in for a long time? Just let it out.
thank you guys.
1825. So when we started, it was 1800.
1820.
Oh, 1820. So we've only got 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
5 years, all that
Now we-
happened
look
in
at that
5
town.
years?
There
What's
is
going on? What did I miss?
There is an event
A
popping
fight?
up. That's the cool part.
Does it say
of
fight
our-
for unicorns? Oh, fight for unions. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So
Fight.
every once in a while, based on the situation in the city or in the city council, there are these triggered events that explain what's going on. So obviously
Triggered
this is triggered because liberals hate the conservatives. So apparently they're fighting, and you get to kind of micromanage the relations between you and the parties, as well as sometimes between the parties, that you can make them hate each other less.
Oh, man. So they're fist fighting. They're going to get ready to fist fight
So
in
what
the
should we-
court, it seems like.
We can either say it was nothing, strictly condemn violence in the council.
Yeah,
we can
there's
say
no place for
Councillor
that.
Varga must be a madman. Or
Tell
we
the
can tell
press.
the press that managing the council feels like tending a bunch of pigs.
What do you think, man? What are you going to do? You're going to go with the awesome answer, which is the last one.
You want to tell the press? All right, let's just go there. Let's
you
just
wanna
tell
do
the
that?
press.
Yeah,
a bunch of
let's get-
pigs.
You guys are stupid.
You know, embarrass them a little bit to
Yeah,
behaving.
show them that you're
Right?
the man. Yeah, we're doing it.
People want to hear.
You
Press
got one person happy.
loves your colorful choice of words.
Wow.
The press loved it.
You're a strong man. That's a strong
Bunch
leader.
of pigs.
Yeah.
Don't
And
get
that's basically
stupid.
earned you. The icon there showed that you earned a character point towards populist, because you are like with the people. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, those parties, they're assholes.
There's
And those
fair.
character traits, they then influence back. That some make for example, this populist trait makes the working class people more appreciative of you, so
Cool.
they get happier easier. And there are 12 different personal traits that you can earn.
Yeah.
And some are, of course, dependent on the character you're playing. So usually they have at least 2 to start with, which are the bonuses that you get for the game.
Okay. That's awesome.
So much with this game.
That is really cool.
That's why the first half is just showing you how to do it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And it will be pretty easy even in the final game when we have balanced
Okay,
things
so
out
let's say
perfectly.
you played it a couple of times, you're familiar with it, you want to be an expert.
Yeah.
Is that an option? Yeah. Is there hard mode? It's already damn hard.
It's basically
already a lot
it's
going on.
already it's a kind of self-balancing stuff to some extent, because you can choose that do you want to push through more of those state laws which influence the difficulty. If you just decide that I want to create as progressive city as possible, then eventually it's going to be very difficult if you instantly try to push everything through.
Okay.
In the process, you're going to
I see.
anger some of the parties. So at times, if they are against it, it might not be worth pushing it through. So
cool,
there are
cool.
elements that kind of auto-balance the difficulty.
That's so interesting. Okay, cool.
It's like how you play.
Basically, one of the last bits on the political layer is the prestige, which we still have 0, because we see that on the bottom left or in the top panel, the -1 thing is still on the minus. But if you manage to make the citizens happy, you will start earning slightly prestige. And that's like the premium currency in our game, or premium political currency, because if you have earned a lot of prestige that people look up to you, you can overrule decisions that failed, but they will eat lots of that prestige. So you can try accumulating and keeping some of the prestige in reserves, and then when you really, really want something through, then you can use that.
Okay.
That sounds pretty cool.
Okay, so
What earns you prestige again?
Sorry?
What earns you prestige?
If the citizens are happy in the city.
Okay, all right.
all your
Make the
political,
people happy.
your decisions when you create new services and stuff makes people happy, and also when you are successful in the events, for example, so that they really love their mayor, and then it works out.
Prestige
and you get
goes
prestige, and then you can behave like a little dictator sometimes. If it's against your things. Okay.
Yeah, let's maybe fast forward a bit so that we get the Bessemer process. Some of the events let us also personalize the inventions. We get to choose how the different bonuses work. So with the new metal processing method, how are we going to approach this invention?
If companies can use it freely, that gives us a business boost of 5 industries, but the physical environment, it's going to be
It gets kind of wrecked, but
polluting
look at our
things a
physical environment right now. So it doesn't matter.
Like back then, they might be like, "Hey, it's still pretty
Dude,
great
they
here."
didn't care about the environment back then. There was no even like
They're like,
concept. Like, there's trees everywhere.
Let's start cutting them down.
Look at there's fish everywhere, and they look at the ocean and they're like, it's forever.
It's fun that the first environmental decisions were that, hey, let's just make the smoke pipes larger so that smoke will fly out of the
It makes
city.
more clouds. It makes more clouds for the earth.
Yeah, it's
yeah, that's
beautiful.
how it was.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the second one? Give
Yeah,
us?
what's the second one? Still security inspections to make sure only quality furnaces are made, and that gives us a business boost of just 2.
Does that affect the future though?
Well, it's less business.
Oh, man, you want to have progress, bro. Let's do it. The first one.
We can clean up the environment later.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Generations.
Look
in
how
the future.
happy everybody was.
Yeah, so basically what we
That was the
now
right
got
choice.
is that 5 different businesses got a sales bonus, meaning that it's easier for them to be successful, but indeed environment
Yeah,
is
well,
gonna
In
be
the 60s,
hard to
your
beat.
hippies are going to be pretty pissed
the
off,
green
John.
piece is going to come out.
In
and it's gonna be,
60s.
we want to be vegans. There's no vegans back then.
And again, another event, some
cool.
new clothing store, which we, by the way, unlocked. This wouldn't have been able to start clothing business if we didn't invent
Is that Levi's?
the
Is that Levi's
thermodynamics.
jeans? It has to be.
Clothing store.
Just started making business.
Pay a visit or praise entrepreneurship.
Oh man. Ooh. Okay.
It's great to see the city economy
Okay.
starting to grow. And then what's the other one say? Stop by to say hi. Stop in there.
I don't know, man.
personally
You
say
want to
hi.
celebrate all of it. If someone sees that you're stopping at one store, I would be so salty. Be like, I've been here since day one. I don't care that a dude just
Yeah.
came in here, put Levi's
Okay, I'm
jeans
feeling
on.
that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to praise entrepreneurship.
Let's just say, generally, hey.
2, 3. Whatever
yeah,
that
you're
3
right,
means.
counselors appreciate your take on entrepreneurship. There we go.
Yeah, man.
This is a great town.
Yeah.
We're great leaders.
We're a great team,
great
dude.
team
Yeah.
here. We're
Yeah.
getting this.
Yeah.
I feel good. Watch when it gets to like the 3rd stage, fire and chaos.
These guys are like, they're
Yeah, the
gonna burn
roaring
it down.
20s are over and everybody's jumping out of buildings, and the 30s like, man,
Oh.
we gotta fix
No, it looks good.
Yeah.
Put some alphabet soup up in this.
We're fine.
Okay.
Okay, now there is
Oh,
the
yikes.
decision for the
Yikes.
labor unions. That looks like a difficult battle to win. If we want to appeal,
Oh no.
I don't think only threatening maybe might fix that if we want to go
We
that
have to
far.
try to threaten.
But,
How bad do we want? Do we want that bad?
To reform labor unions? So
Yeah.
No, this is the right to form labor unions going up for a vote right now.
Yeah.
I think we
How
should
many
appeal.
unions are there? I thought there was just one.
Let's try and threaten. Let's see if we can actually
ahead,
just
okay.
show a little brass here.
We already got a little bit of
and
an
it's
attitude.
also
You know?
worth noticing that there was earlier election, so the council seat numbers have changed based on what the population voted.
Okay.
So Liberal Party has 22 seats now, and it seems that earlier National Swearingen Party, I think they had only 7 seats, so they have gotten a lot bigger.
Oh wow.
So they're almost the same size at the moment.
So we need like all the swing. This is gonna be rough.
All right, man. Well, you've made some good choices before.
Threaten.
Okay, we're going to threaten.
Just to like see kind of what options we
Okay.
have.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would actually pick this. When all else fails, threaten.
Yeah.
We need to have
Yeah,
National Party
they're
on
tired
your
of being
side.
nice, so.
So I'll make sure you lose the next elections. Or we can say every citizen will think you are fools. Or we can say I'll start calling you Conservatard Party.
Conservatard.
I see.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a dish.
That's a
that
big
you would
time
eat.
dude.
What are you gonna do?
I'll make fun of you.
What are you gonna
I think the top one sounds like serious. That's a serious
That's a
threat,
threat?
right there.
Okay.
That's like you will lose the next election. That's a big threat. Let's do that.
do? So I don't know if that's a +3.
Yeah. Didn't work out, it seems.
So it didn't work.
Yeah.
We should have called them
Should
conservatards.
have just paid them off, man. Money always
That
wins.
wasn't an option, John. There were only
well, in the
3
version
options,
I'm gonna
John.
kickstart
All
and
right.
have made.
Can we threaten again?
Yeah, shall we threaten the liberals now?
Yeah, we should probably
Okay.
threaten
Yeah.
everybody.
Only the conservatives are our friends. At the
Oh,
moment.
wait. The liberals are already with us, right?
No, that's the
conservatives are.
conservatives.
Oh, the conservatives
Yeah.
are. Okay. Where are the liberals?
Over here.
Threaten them.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay.
Threaten them.
Then
Okay.
you have to think that make
We
them all
should say
look like they're
something
fools.
different. Should we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
you'll
fools.
look like so
You're
stupid.
gonna
Ah, it's the
Yeah,
same event actually
Fools.
popping up.
It's the same event happening again.
Yeah, same.
Well, we're gonna see if this one works out better.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
So it didn't. Oh, I thought that would have worked.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I could have sworn
Yeah.
calling them fools.
Yeah.
Damn it! They aren't scared of that.
They didn't even have Fox
Bunch of
News
fools.
back then. They didn't even have Fox TV or
Bunch
any
of
of that
fools.
stuff.
They are
Yeah.
fools.
Yeah.
Point's been proven. All right, we're gonna lose this one.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling
You
good
gotta
about
take
this.
it. You gotta take it on the chin, champ. Just take it.
Oh.
What's going on here? Oh no, dude.
We're
it's not
losing.
happening.
We're losing.
It was tighter. If
It's
we
okay,
had
both
earned
sides, you can't win.
some prestige, we could have overruled this, but we still haven't managed to make the city.
No.
Can you
happy
win?
enough,
You
so-
can't win every time, can you?
No, definitely
See,
not.
you
Yeah.
gotta take the loss sometimes.
You
man.
can't.
Yeah.
Threaten
Okay.
them. You show that you're a strong person by threatening them. I'm pretty sure they're gonna want to work with you from now on. Like that guy just like threatened to call us all idiots forever.
You're gonna be fools. You won't win the next election.
Yeah,
Unions
busted.
Busted.
But that's but unions weren't a bad thing then, man.
What were they thinking?
I don't know.
All right.
We'll never make it to the. What year do you want to think? Do you think we can make
To
it
the 1900s.
Can we even make it to the next? It's only been like 10 years almost that we've been playing this.
Yeah.
A lot can happen between now and then, John.
Yeah.
Okay.
First train from Vienna's coming in here. Let's see.
What happened? Something happened?
The Emperor himself arrives. Ceremonies, the foreman of the construction makes a faux pas by pointing to the misery of those who got injured during the construction. We shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
He should
You're
not
gonna
have.
address
He
the-
really
Oh, what are
shouldn't
you
have done that.
thinking?
Okay, address the victims. Also in your speech, or hope for a noble. What does that say?
Noblest? I don't know what that.
Noblest oblige. Being
Okay.
noble.
Okay, this
Yeah.
is. What school? High school did you go to again?
That it's
Yeah.
In the future.
Those
man.
words I
In the
can't read
future.
either. The future high. We went to future high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
So address the
I
victims.
think like I think bringing it up in the speech, like that
Okay.
will soften things up a little bit. And
Oh, it's a,
okay. So the people appreciate. So the security of the city increased.
we are a leader of the people.
Yeah.
I guess I would pick.
But
I would
if we
be
don't
playing
have
this
the
game so
politicians,
different.
we might be
Yeah.
getting ourselves in trouble later. But
Yeah.
I think if you have the people's hearts,
You have their minds too.
and you can control them. That's not where I was going at all. Dude.
feel like I can.
Then you can control them and force them and manipulate them. That's what John was going.
Yeah. But the Conservative Party didn't like it. They
don't like
anything. As you play the game, you realize that the Conservative Party is particularly strongly. They want to stay part of the Empire.
Yeah.
Unlike the National Party, who wants to become independent. So whenever you do something that hurts the Emperor or the Empire, then they're not gonna like it.
It's give and take.
Yeah.
They got to learn to move on with the times, man.
Yeah.
We're progress. We are progress.
Progressive, man.
Progressive.
We're Progresso soup.
Yeah, we're the soup. Yeah, we're the progressive sauce. Okay, so there's a llama.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's a strange gift.
That
Let's
is,
eat it.
that is a very strange
You
gift.
take it and you eat it.
It's given a gift from a tropical Caribbean island. Let's see.
That's our way to tip our hat for the very similar series called Tropico, which has lots of
I don't
llamas.
even know
Oh,
what to do.
I see what you guys did there, Tropico.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. Is the game out? Are we looking forward to it coming out?
Tropico, not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
But
Okay.
the last one was
Okay.
quite successful, I suppose.
Okay,
Was
so
cool.
this game, Urban Empires,
Gonna be out beginning of next year.
Yeah.
next year.
Well, we're
So-
playing, aiming for
look
January.
how far out. It looks so good. It plays
Yeah.
well. You guys have done so much work, and yet it's coming out next year as
There
well.
are
Yeah.
4 more eras.
You got oh, you're adding more time. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, after this.
Okay. Well,
That
thank you
looks
guys so
awesome.
much for coming out here and sharing
Thank
this
you
with
so
us.
much.
Yeah.
Where can we find you guys?
In
Twitter,
Hall,
websites, all that stuff.
Yeah, website for sure, Facebook, Twitter. At the Gamescom in Hall H.1, you guys can play Urban Empire for as long as you want to.
Cool.
Then you can reach the other eras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hopefully, I don't think I'm in the first era.
You get kicked out already.
I'm never going to make
Yeah.
it to the new era. This is the only era I'll ever
Yeah.
stay with. Well, Future Man, thank you for hanging out with me.
Dude.
Did you feel like you learned anything about running a society?
I've learned that I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you learned that maybe
Like,
it's out of your
maybe.
hands. Maybe it's out of your expertise.
That llama, I dig
Yeah.
a llama.
I dig that llama
Like,
too.
how many games can you get a llama as a gift? Come on.
They said it, Tropico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and
And this one, so
Calypso's
2.
game.
two.
So 2.
That's how we know.
All right. Well, thank
Yeah.
you guys so much for hanging out with us. Don't go anywhere. We have more stuff coming up here at Gamescom 2016.